Mr. Ortonio, did I hear you right na just because may mga o kompleto yung liquidation report because of the existence of acknowledgement receipts, okay na po? Tama po ba yung pagkaintindi ko?
Apart from the acknowledgement receipts, there's also a certification coming from the VPSPG. And we were also furnished, Your Honor, with a copy of their accomplishment report. However, we were not able to submit it to COA, which is which was the reason why we were issued an ND po.
If the acknowledgement receipts are fake and not properly filled up, would you still consider your answer to the Honorable Garin the same?
No, Your Honor, if it's not true, Your Honor.
The next question is, did you vet the attachments to your liquidation report?
No, Your Honor. I was only able to see the acknowledgement receipts, Your Honor, when we already prepared the reply to the AOM.
Were you not surprised that the acknowledgement receipts presented in today's hearing and in the previous hearings ay hindi po nasa tama?
I would not say po na hindi nasa tama. I think based on the ARs that were submitted, it would be the security officer who would be able to best explain.
Yeah, I agree that they will explain, pero dumadaan po sa inyo eh. And sa tingin niyo po ba, ministerial lang yung trabaho ninyo? That just because it was prepared by uniformed personnel, lusot na, tama na, correct na?
No, Your Honor.
But according to you, you did not do anything. You did not vet the documents which were attached to the liquidation reports.
Based on the because of the voluminous amount of documents, Your Honor, we might not have been able to check it properly, Your Honor. But again, these are submitted already to COA po.
Yes. Now, may I know what is the status of Colonel Lachica and Colonel Nolasco doon po sa mga opisina ng OVP at saka DepEd?
Sorry, Your Honor.
Are they official employees of DepEd or Office of the Vice President?
No, Your Honor.
And you, shall we say, entrusted to them the use and a part of the liquidation of the confidential funds to them?
Yes, Your Honor, because they were designated for OVP, Your Honor, because Colonel Lachica is designated as the security officer po.
So you think that is appropriate and in order? Na ipagamit ninyo, ang gagamit po ng pondo, magmamanage lahat, ay isang tao na hindi naman po officially nasa office or empleyado ng opisina.
Yes, Your Honor, but because
Tama po yun?
he has a designation po as
Hindi,
a
tanong ko
security
po,
officer.
tama po ba yun sa akala nyo?
In my understanding, Your Honor, yes, because number one, he is designated, and in terms of conducting confidential activities, the security officer would be the best person to conduct such activities.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
We will. Thank you.
Chairman.
Kung wala na po. Yes, Congressman Paduano.
Hindi. Ang tanong kasi ni Chairman Acop, ano na to, Regyo, intern lang ha. Tanong kasi ni Chairman Acop, tama o ba na i-designate as security officer yung hindi naman bahagi ng Office of the Vice President? And kasi magkaiba po yun, di ba? May magkaibang agency yun, di ba? So yun isang tanong na, kaya nga, ano ko, Mr. Chairman, with regards to that question that was raised by Chairman Akop, tama po ba o hindi? Of course, hindi natin pinapangunahan ng COA. It's up to them. But if a case will be filed, that would be a test case. No? Designating SO daw, security officer, using confidential fund, which is not part of that agency. Now, second is, of course, question of SDO. This is the first time, kasi po, normally, nandito naman po yung COA, alam po ng COA that the authority given to the SDO cannot be delegated. Because an authority which is delegated to an SDO cannot be delegated, definitely. Di ba? Ngayon, ito, question of confidential fund, again, if a case will be filed, this will also be at this case. Kasi aabot talaga to sa Supreme Court, yung mga appeals and everything, no? Kaya, Mr. Chairman, yung sa COA lang po, wala dito yung COA. Madam COA, saan ba yung COA? Anyway, nandito yung isa. Anyway, ano lang po, yung ano ko lang po, yung advice ko, because it was raised by Congressman Dante, and lagi po, pag katapos ni Congressman Dante, umalis po kagad. But please check, because you were asked by Dante if this is the first time that you were issued a subpoena. And this is not the first time. Si Chairman, Chairman ng Good Government natin. This is not the first time, because even in my committee, but in fact, we direct COA to conduct a fraud audit. In the absence of NDs, in the absence of EOMs. Yung iba, EOMs pa lang. So, hindi po inviolative of the mandate of the COA in relation to inquiry in aid of legislation. Ang dami po kong cases, no? Pag-check na lang po para in the next hearing, COA, pakapaganda po kayo. No? Pag may mga similar question that will be raised in your mandate and in your function, no? As COA. Now, lastly, Mr. Chairman, with regards to the admin matters, just to balikan lang po natin yung issuance of contempt order to the fore, no?
We
To
have,
Mr.
we have an outstanding contempt and
Yeah.
arrest order with respect to Ortonio, Sunshine Farda, Gina Acosta, and Edward Farda.
Yes, Chairman, can I proceed?
But insofar as Ortonio is concerned, I think the committee issued two contempt and arrest order. So what is the pleasure of the
Yes, Mr. Chairman,
members?
yung kay Ortonio kasi, ito, you violated Section 11, Paragraph A, yung first contempt, no, sa apat. It's a question, it's Paragraph A, refusal to obey summons without legal excuse. So you're not present for the previous hearing, so you were cited in contempt in violation of Section 11, Paragraph A. Now, with regards to Sir Ortonio, he was cited again in contempt through the motion of Congressman Hill Bongalon in violation of Section 11 once again, but Paragraph F, the same as in the violation of Attorney Lopez. Now, Mr. Chairman, since the four, now including Ms. Gina Acosta, voluntarily appear into this hearing, but still the violation has been committed, no? And when in fact they have not yet served such contempt orders from this committee because they were not in possession of the SAA. But, Mr. Chairman, because they voluntarily appear into the hearing, may I move, Mr. Chairman, to grant Mr. Limel Ortonio, Ms. Sansan Fajarda, Ms. Gina F. Acosta, and Mr. Edward Fajarda to be granted the furlough, Mr. Chairman. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion to grant
Second.
duly seconded.
And Mr. Chairman, may I ask the COMSEC if we have established a quorum because the motion to contempt the four resource persons were issued the contempt by the members of the committee present during the previous hearing, unanimously approved. And we'll just like to establish if there's still a quorum, because we cannot lift or grant a furlough without the
Quorum.
a quorum.
Comsec.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Your Honor, there were registration of votes and there was a quorum registered at 11:33 p.m. with the Secretariat, Your Honor. The following members voted for the furlough of the 4 OVP employees. Chairperson Joel Chua, SDS Dong Gonzales, Vice Chairperson Acop, Deputy Minority Leader Castro, Kong Ortega V, Representative Zia Alonto Adyong, Kong Paduano, Vice Chairperson Janet Garin, Congressman Rog Gutierrez, and Congressman Barbers, Your Honor. So we have 10 members voting unanimously for the furlough, Your Honor.
Chairman,
Yes,
and lastly,
yes.
Mr. Chairman, just to remind the resource person that was granted furlough today's hearing.
That this is conditional.
Yeah, with the commitment that he should be present in the next hearing, no? And tentatively, that will be Friday, this week. No? So, I hope you have that commitment.
Your Honor, maybe, Mr. Chair, may I be recognized?
Yes, please, Mr. Ortonio.
First of all, maybe on behalf of my colleagues, no, we'd like to extend our gratitude for extending furlough, no, in terms of the orders that were issued to us. So we'd like to extend our appreciation, our gratitude to this one. And part of this would be the commitment to be attending the succeeding hearings po. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Meron pa po bang gustong
Mr. Chair, I have
Yes.
a quick
Congressman-
manifestation, of course, with the indulgence of
Congressman Janet Garin?
I saw in the news a statement of Senator Bato, and this was actually related to Attorney Zuleika Lopez when she was. Can I play his words quickly? Okay lang po ba?
Yes, please.
X-ray. Instead, pina-discharge. Why? Simple. Ganun na ba kayo mag-treat ng pasyente? Pumunta ang pasyente dito para humingi ng medical attention from you. Tapos ang bilis ninyong discharge yung tao. Ganun na ba? Somebody is there anybody terrorizing you that to accept our patient? Ganun ba? Tinawagan ba kayo? Tawag mo pinapili yung pasyente na yan?
Mr. Chair, just to give a very brief summary, he was actually saying, dinala si Ma'am Zuleika sa St. Luke's, minadali daw kaagad na discharge, hindi man lang daw pinatingnan yung scoliosis, gustong ma-x-ray, gustong ma-scan, hindi man lang pinagawa ng medical test, and he was saying, bakit ganito? Meron bang nagte-terrorize sa St. Luke's? Meron bang nag-terrorize sa mga doktor na bakit kailangan kaagad ilabas-labas si Attorney Zuleika Lopez? For the record, Mr. Chair, hindi naman po ganun ang mga doktor. And I've had a long history with St. Luke's. Hindi po ganun ang hospital na yon. And for the record, Mr. Chair, lahat ng tao kapag ninadala sa hospital, if it warrants admission, the hospital will really admit. If it warrants emergency attention, the hospital will really give due attention. Most possibly, if the patient does not warrant admission, the hospital will refuse. Kasi hindi po hotel yan eh. Second, Mr. Chair, yung hospital, syempre, meron din yung mga maraming ibang pasyente. And there are several reasons that the hospital does that because, syempre, matutulog doon si VP. It's a security nightmare. So with that, Mr. Chair, I'm just putting that in record. Kasi baka mamaya, meron pang ibang mga statements si Senator Bato accusing doctors or accusing people of terrorizing doctors and hospitals, then that can lead to a possible discussion in the future. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.